There's a player on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster for 2024 that I want you to watch because I think he is going to be a real superstar in the NFL. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. Let's dive in here on a Tuesday. I appreciate you coming back. We are officially, guys, in this offseason, one of the dead periods of the year for the NFL, really. You look at maybe July having a little bit more of a dead period there. But however, you are right here, right now, in a little bit of a dry news period for your Pittsburgh Steelers. However, there is still so much to talk about. You look at a guy like a Nick Herbig, a guy that last year here on this channel we spoke very highly of. And that was ahead of his rookie campaign, telling everybody, hey, I think this kid can have real potential. I think that he could be a real superstar in the NFL if given the right opportunity. And when you get implanted in the Pittsburgh Steelers defense with great outside linebacker play, that is the opportunity that Nick needed. And he was inserted into a defense playing behind some quality veterans. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Marcus Golden, in a rotation full of guys with 4 to 5 years experience plus. You have TJ Watt, 8 years, Marcus Golden, several years, played really good football with the Arizona Cardinals, comes over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, still playing really good football. And you look at Nick Herbig fighting for snaps as a young rookie at the outside linebacker spot. And he was still, in limited opportunity, able to do special things that could get you excited for his upcoming second-year campaign. You really look at Nick Herbig and you say to yourself, man, he's a smart football player. He really knows how to get after it and pin his ears back and really put pressure on opposing quarterbacks. You look at how last year in Cincinnati he made a really smart play where his responsibility initially was playing that release, that flat area, that short pass game. He was supposed to be covering that flat, but he recognized an opportunity and was able to come off of his coverage and still make a monster play on the quarterback. And that's what you're looking for in one of those outside linebackers, a guy that is able to keep their head and eyes straight forward and able to still read what is going on with the play and dissect it and know whether or not they need to be in coverage or they need to be putting pressure on the quarterback. You want that type of intangible, that brain power. That's what you're looking for. And you see that in Nick Herbig, a guy that every time he came onto the football field, it felt like he was making significant plays, splash plays, as Mike Tomlin likes to call it. And I think with the limited opportunities that he had, that's pretty amazing because you didn't see Nick Herbig all the time on the football field. You saw him play some special teams. You saw him get in very limited opportunities throughout the season. You were very fortunate to have a basically healthy TJ Watt throughout the year, a pretty much healthy Alex Highsmith throughout the year. So Nick wasn't responsible for a ton of snaps. But you look at how Nick responded when he got in there. He took advantage of every moment that he was in. He actually had more sacks in the last 7 games of the season than the Defensive Player of the Year on defense had. That's fantastic. You look at Nick Herbig and you look at the way that he is able to adjust whenever he's in the game. And I'm talking to guys that are way bigger than him, guys that, may be way more athletic than him. And you just see him still able to make a play, dissect that tackle, and get around them. You saw him play on both sides of the football. When TJ was in there, he's playing the right. When Alex was in there, he was playing the left. You saw the way that Nick Herbig was able to adjust, and no matter where he was put, he was able to do it. I felt like he contributed on special teams also, and that was a big, big plus. But what I'm looking at for 2024 is a monster second-year leap from Nick Herbig. I know everybody says, man, he's not going to get the chance. He's playing behind TJ. He's playing behind Alex. But I think we're all wrong there. Yes, he's playing behind those guys that are entrenched veteran starters right now on this football team. But in order to be successful in the NFL, it all comes down to the depth. And you look at Alex and you look at TJ and you look at the amount of years they've been in the league playing at a high level. Alex Highsmith, 5 years experience. TJ Watt headed into year 9. So you look at that and you say to yourself, we got to start managing their snaps a little bit better, especially TJ, almost into that double-digit year range. And you look at Nick Herbig still on a rookie contract in year 2. And if you're the Steelers, you're hoping that Nick starts to emerge as that next great guy. Because you're going to have a TJ Watt, again, like I just said, getting into double-digit years. He's not long away from 10 years. So this will be his 9th year as a Pittsburgh Steeler. And you say to yourself, like, when are we going to start having to think about replacing him? But if you want to prolong the career of TJ Watt, you need a guy like Nick Herbig on the roster. And I've had some people say to me, well, trade him off. He's not going to get the opportunity. Allow him to go out there and get a chance to shine. I think that's wrong. I think that he will shine here in Pittsburgh. And I think he is going to be that next great guy, that next great pass rusher for your Steelers. And I know a lot of people knock his size, but I think he is big enough. I think he will be speedy enough to really make a difference. Will he be TJ Watt? I don't think anybody will be for a long time. I don't think you're going to see that. TJ Watt is a special, special player. Alex Highsmith, I think, is a special player, can do some real great things. But I think Nick Herbig is going to surpass an Alex Highsmith, players like that, and really try to work toward a TJ Watt level. I really, really, truly do. Will he ever achieve it? I don't know. We'll see how that all plays out. But however, you look at Nick Herbig, and I think he is going to be able to really mesh into this rotation this year. I think the Steelers are going to be a lot more comfortable with allowing Nick Herbig to be inside of that rotation on a steady basis and give him some really, really big snaps, man. And I think he'll be in there playing a significant role for your Steelers. I really, really do believe that. And TJ Watt is going to be able to have the opportunity to take breaks and be able to sit out a little bit and to preserve TJ. Maybe get 13, 14 years out of TJ Watt. Why? Because you're taking the time right now to manage his snaps and manage his ability or take away the chances of him getting a significant injury, being out there 90, 95% of the snaps. You don't want that. If you're the Steelers, you want TJ out there about 80% of the snaps, and having a young guy like Nick Herbig out there is going to help with that, and is going to be able to keep your pass rush fresh. You're going to be able to constantly rotate a guy in there that is of absolute, being fresh and just coming in and being able to pin their ears back. And I really, really like that, guys. I really love that. And I think Nick Herbig is the guy that can do that and can fit into that rotation because he can do those special things. He has a good get-off. It's very quick. I love his quick first step. I feel like he puts tackles in a bad situation with his fast first step. I think his quickness is his real, true advantage right now, especially in this part of his career. While he's developing his body to become a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger as he moves through his NFL career. Speed is where his major attribute is right now. And you look at that first step and the way he is able to get off. And I know, again, the size, people knock him a little bit there. But that helps him, I think, a little bit. When you're playing against those big monster tackles and you have a very fast get-off and you get your dip and you're able to get underneath those guys so quickly that it really helps you beat them. And they're not able to get their hands on you right away. And you're already into their side to where they are already in an awkward position. And you don't have to bull rush them there. You've already beat them and you're able to dip underneath. I think that is going to be something Nick Herbig really uses this year with his speed, that dip, that good, quick first step. I think that is going to help him do things in a big way. I really do. And you look at Nick Herbig and you look at the high motor he has. I feel like, it'd take a lot for him to get tired, especially in a limited role. He is just all over the place, high energy, never quits. And he has that attitude. He has that mentality that you're looking for, and that mentality that we've been talking about, where the Pittsburgh Steelers have been really trying to emphasize that on players that they've been adding to the roster. You look at this draft class from 2023, you look at it from 2024, you look at some of the free agents they've brought in there. I think they've tried to bring in some real Steeler-type players, and I think that is going to prove to be special. And then you add other speedsters back there into a Peyton Wilson in the middle linebacking core, a Patrick Queen. You know, you're adding some guys that have some quickness. They're young. And like I said, you're adding guys like Nick Herbig too. That's just going to spell really, really good things, man. When you have a quick defense in today's NFL, that really helps you, man, because these offenses are firing off quick. They're running high tempo, quick, tight passing games. The action games where they're setting you up with speed and handing the football off on these draws and delays. The speed is going to help in a big, big way. And that's why I really like the insertion of a Nick Herbig to see way more snaps this year. And again, when you couple it with other players that have significant speed, I think that's really going to help the Steelers defense and give these veterans that can be real difference makers, real game changers, a little bit of time to take a breather during the game and a little bit of extra oomph when they are in there. And that's going to help big time for 2024. If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, it's going to be exciting to see. And I want you guys to continue to watch Nick Herbig, because I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised. And he is my pick right now. My pick to have the best second year leap. I really feel like we're going to see something special out of this guy. And I think he is going to be a fan favorite for many years to come. I really think that. And I think that you all will be pleasantly surprised with the product that Nick Herbig puts on the field next year. Let's keep moving, guys. We're here on a Tuesday. I was on the soapbox there about Nick Herbig, a guy that I think is going to be an amazing athlete, amazing football player in 2024, take the biggest second-year leap. I really, truly believe that. I think he is going to be outstanding. I think there are several other rookies from that 2023 class that will continue to see grow in 2024. I definitely think that too. You have Broderick Jones, whom I think will definitely start to fill into his body in his pro career. I think you'll see Joey Porter Jr. take some big steps and becomes that solidified number one cornerback. Well, he already is, but I think you'll see him take another bigger step toward being elite. I definitely think you're going to see some other players that are really going to shine, guys. I really, truly believe that. So we'll continue to watch that 23 class and continue to watch them grow as time ticks on. I think Keanu Benton's another one that could potentially have another big year. So we'll see how that is, and we'll see how that all plays out. But here on a Tuesday, I wanted to talk a little bit, too, before we get off. One Ben Roethlisberger mentioned in the Donald Trump trial. I'm not sure what will come about that, but he was mentioned in the trial, supposedly meeting like Stormy Daniels or something in Tahoe or something with Trump. We're not going to publicize this story a ton. I don't know what kind of significance or anything it has to the trial, and I really don't think it has any, but again, he was mentioned in it, so we'll keep an eye out and see how that all unfolds for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there's some other news, but talking about AB, I don't want to give him any airplay here anymore. I'm done with the AB thing, but he did have an article, if you want to search that out, that people were talking about how he talked about Mike Tomlin and what his relationship was with him. But I'm not giving him no more. I'm done with AB. I'll talk about his past playing days maybe, but that's about it. I'm not giving him no new airplay here. Not on Mike Drop Sports. We're done with AB, man. He's just crazy, looking for clicks. That's what he's looking for. So, all right, guys, we have our live show tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on a Wednesday. We are on a Wednesday. I said Tuesday, all show. Sorry, we are here on a Wednesday. So make sure you check us out tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I said it the whole show, Tuesday. So my apologies. We are here on a Wednesday, and I appreciate you all for stopping through. And we'll see you tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Steel City Live. Pardon my son's bird, who is here being crazy. Yeah, so you heard that the whole show. I tried to talk a little bit louder when it was doing that, but my apologies. So we're in the Airbnb, man. We're just trying to make through another what? How many days we got? We got about 22 more days here in the Airbnb. So let's cross our fingers and hope that everything works out okay, and we are out of here in 22 days. So that's the game plan, guys. So all right, man, that was the daily upload. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. it was crazy. I just had to get that off my chest. The Nick Herbig situation, I think, is going to be a very important piece to this puzzle next year. And I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have a very good 2023 class that is going to take a second-year leap in a big, big way and be major contributors for your Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024. All right, guys, until next time, this is Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. Peace.